Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. I am just going in with, I thought it was a bit straightforward, wasn't it? I'm doing a client build gel infill today, as you can tell from the thumbnail and title. This is my lovely client Emma. You've seen her on my channel quite a lot, having her infills because she always has different designs. She lets me pick them, so these are the good ones to film because obviously we do something completely different every time. So yeah, I'm just going in with my green smoothie bit to remove the previous gel colour and a bit of the bulk of these nails because we're going to be taking the length down quite a lot, so I don't want them to be too thick because well, they don't need to be basically because we're going to be taking the length down. So obviously the structure is all in the wrong place now because they're 4 weeks old, so I'm just using this to do that. This is from Willow Academy, this bit, and then once I've done that I will be able to do my cuticle work and also prep the nails ready for application. So once I move on to the next step, I will join you back here to explain what I'm doing and what I'm using. So I'm just going in with the Anastasia bit now, which is also from Willow Academy. I absolutely love this bit. I use it literally every single set. And to be honest, this is the only bit I really use. I have got the flame bit as well, and I use that sometimes on a bit like more stubborn cuticles where you really need to lift the cuticle off the plate. But for your average cuticle area, I do use just the Anastasia. So I'm just going with this to push back the skin in that area and go down the side walls and cuticle areas to make sure there's no dead skin that's going to get in the way of my application and create retention issues. Then I'm just going in with my sanding band. I'm also using this to take the length down because obviously, like I said earlier, I was removing a bit of the bulk of the nail, so the nails are quite thin at this point, so the sanding band is plenty, is enough basically to be able to remove the length as well. If I was having the nails like basically I would have used a different bit to take down the length if I was one taking down a lot more length and two if the nails were thicker, but the sanding band is fine for this one. So I'm just going in and roughing up the whole surface, making sure it's all nice and smooth, because the smoother the area is that you're going to be putting your gel on, the smoother your gel will go on, of course. So I'm just doing that now, as you can see, and then I'll use my hand file to shape, just to get those crisp, nice sidewall areas and free edge. And then the next step will be to apply a gel. Okay, so I'm going in with Super Base now, which is Gel Perfection's rubber base coat. I absolutely love this base coat. I'm really gutted that Gel Perfection is closed down because this base is just, well, perfection. I can understand why she called it Gel Perfection. So I'm just applying that to all 10 nails. It's a nice thicker viscosity base coat, but not like really thick where it looks thick before you even put the gel on, put the builder on, sorry, but it is thick enough for it to stay exactly where you put it without running everywhere while you're doing the other nails, which is good. Have found thinner base coats to be quite frustrating. I do a couple of nails at a time when using a thinner one, but this one is perfect for all 10 application. So, well, 5 I suppose, because I'm not doing 10 at once. So yeah, once I've done the base coat, we're then going on to build the gel application, and I'm going to be using the apricot, I think, in this video. Is this apricot or nude? Yeah, I think it's apricot. It's either nude or apricot, but I'm 90% sure that it's apricot. So I'm just applying that builder gel now, and as you can see, I'm just applying a thin layer of the whole nail and then just putting a little bit extra at the cuticle area to fill in that growth area, and then just dragging it down the nail just to even it out. And then I will go in with a liner brush once I've done this step and make sure that everything is where I want it and application is nice and smooth, because then that prevents me having to refine before I paint, which is obviously a big step to be able to miss, to be like a good thing to be able to miss out, because refining can take some time. So it's nice to not have to do that if you get your application spot on without having to do it. So yeah, once I've done this, I will go on to design. We're doing a blue marble set today. This client just sent me inspiration pictures and stuff, but there's usually about 10 of them and they're usually all completely different to each other, so we just sort of go with it. I basically just take the colour scheme from the pictures and we just go with that, which is good because it always ensures that she has a completely different set every time. And that set that we've just took off were her holiday nails, and she'd been on a cruise. So that was what this appointment was basically like. We were chatting about was this amazing cruise that she'd been on. It sounded incredible. So I'm just applying this as close to the side wall and cuticle area as I can, but without touching the skin, of course. And if I do accidentally touch the skin, make sure to remove it ASAP, and especially before you put it in the lamp. Because having it touch the skin and then curing it there will create lifting, because that seal between nail and gel will be broken because it'll be overlapping the skin, if that makes sense. So yeah, once I finish this, I'll pop it in the lamp. Obviously do the same on the other hand while I'm waiting for this one to cure, and then I will show you in the video what I do for design. So in this nail I'm using April, which is like I think the brief for this set was cornflower blue, which I think this is pretty good cornflowery colour. So this is April from Gel Perfection. Obviously it's a gel colour. It's a lovely light blue colour. And then this that I'm going on with now is the clear blossom gel from Blue Sky. It's their blossom base, because we're going to use that to create our marble. So I'm putting it over the whole of the ring finger. Then the middle nail is going to be Bluebell, which is also from Gel Perfection, which is a darker blue. And then the index finger we're putting a corner of blossom gel on to be able to put some marble on that as well. And then I used, I think it was CH05, which is a fine holographic blue glitter from Blue Sky. And we used that within the marble, well, on top of the marble, and then also on top of all the coloured nails, like the pinky index and the pinky middle and thumb, sorry. Then I just top coated them all. And that was it. A nice and easy design, but very, very effective. We popped a bit of white in the marble as well, as you can see here, just to break up the blues a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye.